Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Let us continue with our history lesson number 8, that is the social change, mobile and settled communities. So, today we are going to continue with this chapter and we are going to learn about the tribal people. Actually, a majority of people during medieval period in India, they were living a settled life. But there were few people, those who were living a life of a tribal, okay, a life of a tribe. So, although a majority of people in India, they were leading a settled life, but there were still some people, those who were living a tribal life. So, these tribes actually were more commonly seen in different states like Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Assam, and Tripura, and so on. So, mostly in Punjab and Sindh, many powerful tribes were having control over the large territories, especially the Khokar tribe, which was very influential in 13th and 14th century in Punjab. And a little later, the Ghakkar tribe also became most important in that area. And it is said that one of their chief, whose name was Kamal Khan Ghakkar, he was made the Mansabdar or an important noble by Emperor Akbar himself. And in Multan and Sindh, the tribes like Langas and Arghans, then in northwest the Baluchis, then in Bihar the Charo, then in Orissa and Bengal Mundas and Santals, they were the most important tribes. Then in northeastern part of the country, the tribes like Nagas, Ahoms and many others were living. And in western Himalayas, the shepherd tribes like Gadis, they were living. And in central India, the modern Madhya Pradesh, in central India of the modern Madhya Pradesh, the Bhils and the Gonds, they were most important, and they had their sway for a long time. They had their importance there, their influence there for a long time. And the Gonds were actually found in great number in the present day states of Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. So all these tribal people actually they lived in the mountainous areas and in the forest areas, and they were mostly dependent on agriculture and forest products and little bit of trade. So basically their life was dependent on agriculture, forest product and a little bit of trade. Now we are going to learn about the nomads and the mobile people. So, in addition to the tribal people, a large number of nomadic and mobile people lived in different parts of India. Mobile nomadic people actually means those who move from one place to another in caravans, and they don't lead a settled life. So, with the change of season, especially, they move from one place to another. They move over the long distances with their animal herds and sheeps. So basically, these nomadic people, they depend on the animal products like milk, meat, and other pastoral products like the milk they get from the animals, the meat which they get from the animals, and also the hide of the animals. Hide actually means the animal skin. And for getting grains and other things of daily use like clothes and utensils, they mostly they were dependent on these animal products. They used to exchange these animal products like wool or ghee or animal skin with the and they used to get the things of daily need like clothes and utensils by exchanging these animal products. So these pastoral communities were spread over different parts of India, and some of the most important were those of like the Gurjars of Jammu and Kashmir, the Gadis of Himachal Pradesh, the Gurjars and Bhotias of Uttar Pradesh, the Banjaras and Raikas of Rajasthan, the Maldares of Gujarat. Like that, there were so many others in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Okay, so let us study some of them to see the way of their living. So we are going to see now the example of the Gujars of Jammu and Kashmir, what kind of a life they were leading. So the Gurjar Bakarwals of Jammu and Kashmir, they actually belong to the nomadic people, and in search of pastures they used to move from one place to another with the change of season with their animals like goats and sheep. सो पैस्चर्स एक्चुअली मीन्स चारागाह, जानवरों के लिए चारा जहाँ पर आसानी से उपलब्ध हो सके, ऐसी जगह में जब मौसम बदलता था तो वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाते थे. सो स्पेशली इन समर सीजन व्हेन द स्नो मेल्टेड इन द माउंटेनियस एरियाज and mountain sides were lush green, there was full of grass. Mountain tops were full of grass during the summer season when the ice used to or the snow used to melt. So they used to move on the higher levels, and the variety of sprouted grass actually provided rich nutritious forage for their animal herds. एक्चुअली जो भी हरी हरी घास माउंटेन टॉप्स पे दिखाई देती थी समर सीज़न में या फिर गर्मी के मौसम में, तो ये लोग ऊंचाई पर पहुंच जाते थे अपने जानवरों को लेकर, जहां पर उनके जानवरों के लिए न्यूट्रिशियस फॉरेज मिलता था. न्यूट्रिशियस फॉरेज एक्चुअली मीन्स बैलेंस खुराक, जिसको हम कहते हैं, अच्छी खुराक जानवरों के लिए मिलती थी. सो एज सुन एज द विंटर केम दे अगेन यूज टू मूव डाउन because the mountain tops were again covered with snow, and then they used to come down to the low hills of Shivalik and stayed there with their herds between September to April. So every year they moved annually between their summer and winter grazing grounds, and they continued this practice year after year. So every year this movement was seen from summer to winter grazing grounds, and same type of life was led by the Gadi shepherds of Himachal Pradesh. Now let us learn about the Banjaras and their lifestyle. Who were the Banjaras? So the Banjaras actually were another important group of grazers, and they are still found in many villages of Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, etc. And in search of new grazing grounds or new pastures, they moved long distances, and in exchange for food and fodder they sold plowing cattle and a variety of other goods. So they used to move in caravans, and their caravans were actually called as tanda. Caravan actually means they used to move in groups on bullock carts and camels, and their group was called as caravan, and they used to carry all these things like food items and fodders, and they used to sell it and get the things of their requirement. So the Banjaras were the most important trader nomads of that time, and it is said that they carried grains from the rural areas and they sold it in the towns and cities. It is also said that the rulers like Alauddin Khilji used them to carry grains to the city market, and there are references also found which shows that they transported food grains for the Mughal army during their military campaigns. So they were holding an important position during the Mughal period. They were considered to be important during the Mughal period, as they were used to transport the food grains for the Mughal army. So I hope you all have understood this. Kindly read the chapter carefully and read the case study also, which is given in your textbook. Thank you, children. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you all.